My turn!
Leave it to me!
My turn.
Eat lead! Eat lead!
It's a treasure chest!
Now's our chance! We can do this!
All right.
I can do this! Fire!
Leave it to me! Eat that!
Go! I'll take you up! Sweet victory!
I did it! It's a treasure chest!
Eat lead! Eat lead!
This one's all ours. All right.
Right!
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 My turn. Handsome and strong. I'm the total package.
I spy treasure.
Now's our chance!
Leave it to me.
Right!
Right!
Right! Eat that!
All right.
Right! Fire! Is everyone okay? Success! Be careful, this one looks
Leave
strong.
it to me. All right.
It's my turn. Fire!
Right!
Leave it to me.
Eat lead!
Right!
Leave it to me.
My turn!
Right! Eat that!
Leave it to me.
Eat lead! My turn!
All right. See? I don't slack off all the time.
No! They caught us off guard!
Handsome and strong. I'm the total package.
A+ out.
Eat lead!
Now's our chance!
My turn.
I can do this. Fire!
My turn! Is everybody okay?
That looks like a tough one. Watch out! Come at me! My turn!
That takes care of them.
All right! Whoa, he snuck up on us! Too easy!
Leave it to me!
I'll handle it. Right! Go!
My turn!
Leave it to me! See? I don't slack off all the time.
You're quite correct. Both the Provincial Army and the Railway Military Police
A query for you then. How would you respond if a crisis were to occur in multiple places at the same time? Captain Claire Revault, I've heard much about...
It's an honor, Lord Al...
Please, no need for formalities between us. Still, you seem puzzled as to what I'm doing, or to be more specific, how I got here. The country's railways are completely under your control. Had I taken a train, and yet there are no signs I passed through Ruhr Airport either. The truth is more mundane than fantastic. I arrived aboard the Alberea family's private airship, which currently sits just off a highway on the outskirts of the city. Blind spots are an unavoidable reality. We all have them. As on the ball as you are, you do well not to overestimate your own. After all, the hardest falls are the ones we don't see.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Now, isn't it time both sides withdrew and removed those unsightly vehicles from the streets? A provincial army must conduct itself with valor and grace at all times.
Can't believe your family has the top 2 floors of a world-class high-rise all to it.
Yeah, even high-ranking nobles would trip over themselves to secure a luxury suite like this.
I was afraid you guys would react exactly like you just did. That's why I just kept my mouth shut. Sure, it's large, but it's so pointlessly large for just 2 people. I'm the only servant. If you have Sharon, that's the only maid you need. Even for...
Well, we'll be guests here for the next 3 days, so thanks for having us.
Well, of course. Don't mention it.
My. Is it just me, or do I detect more than a hint of red on Lady Elisa's fair visage?
Could she be... I am not...
We're here on a field study, so could we at least try to...
I'll lighten up, Machias. It just wouldn't be a proper field study without one of us getting embarrassed about our family.
home, everyone.
Feels nice to be. I'll just ignore how you popped up to greet us the moment we walked through the.
I just couldn't wait to see you. Now, if you'll just follow me.
Well, I'm impressed.
This is even more grandiose than I'd expect.
You can see the whole town out there below.
Looks like a comfy place to take a nap.
You guys really think so? I've been away from Ruhr for half a year, so I guess it does feel kind of nice to be.
I guess that's.
I've already finished preparing dinner. Please, let me know whenever you're ready to eat.
Thank you.
I don't know about all of you, but I'm pretty hungry. Wait, actually we can we? Mother said she'd be eating with us tonight, so we need to wait. And there are quite a few things we need.
Well, actually, my lady, I'm afraid I received a call from the
What?
Lisa, if
You'll get fat.
Ah! It's just this once. I eat a balanced diet the rest of the time.
But you've been bolting down every course so quickly, I'm surprised you haven't inhaled your nap.
Maybe we're gonna need to rethink your stage outfit for the con.
Crap. I almost forgot about that.
If you're worrying about us, you don't need to. I know your mother promised she'd have dinner with us, but we all know she.
and she said she'd try to make some time for us tomorrow, and
But still. It's not that it bothers me so much, but she sits on. Who's she meeting with that's so important she can't even clear a little time to see it? She got off the Lusitania already, didn't she?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to say. She's not out on a date with a gentleman or engaging in any lascivious behavior. If that.
That's not what I'm worried about. Not honestly. Hearing she was seeing a man might even put my mind at ease.
Elisa? Hey, Elisa.
Oh, sorry. Were you worried?
A little, yeah. Seeing you like that just kind of reminded me.
Oh, right. Oh, I'm so pathetic. I keep going on about how I'm going to be independent, but then I get all worked up over...
Seeing the city from above at night is really something, though. And to think, you got to take in a beautiful view like this every night growing up.
Yeah, I guess so. It used to be my grandfather, my father, and my mother here. Then after my father died, Sharon... But through the years, my family has always enjoyed seeing the lighted windows of Ruhr at night.
Something that never changed, huh? I guess it is to you what Ymir's mountains are to me.
Maybe every family has something like that. Still, first my grandfather left, and now Sharon and I aren't here most of the time either. Mother just stays here. Every time I think of that, I just feel like crying. It breaks my heart. I can't understand why she chooses to be so alone.
I thought so. You're not just angry at her then.
Well, she gets under my skin, that's nothing new. But if I was in her place, I don't know how I'd cope. I couldn't live like she does, losing herself in her work all alone with no friends or loved ones by... She wasn't like that before, back when my dad was still alive. She's always been a career woman, but back then she was kind, funny. She had this warmth, you know? But ever since Dad passed away, she hasn't been the same. Work became her life. She pushed Grandfather out as chairman, all for what? I've never seen her indulge herself. If she isn't dining with some business partner, she eats nutrition bars instead of meals. Sharon? That's how she is. And that's why I'm scared. I don't want life to just pass her by.
That's really sweet, Elisa.
Where did that come from?
You're always looking out for the people in your life. Even when they get on your nerves, you still care about them. It's like how you and I were at first, or how you were with Laura and Fee. Heck, I still remember how you told me off for hurting my sister's feelings. You've been keeping an eye out for Milliam all this time, too. And you should know that we're all really grateful to you for it. Especially me. I'm worried about what's happening here in Ruhr, too. This is your home, and your mother might be caught up in whatever's going on. I think we should look into it. What do you say?
What? But with all our field study tasks, where would we find the time?
Why not do it while we're out handling those? Making some headway is always better than making none, right? I mean, I'm not the only one who feels this way. Everyone else does too. Fee cares. So does Elliot. Machias does too. Even Crow's been concerned about you. We can use our time in the city to poke around and find out more about what's going on. You know, kind of like we always do.
Well, if you say so, but I'll save the thanks for later. I doubt Sharon will tell us anything, no matter how much we pester. But I'll ask around and see if anyone I know has any idea what might be going on. It shouldn't be too late to give some of them a call at least.
All right, I'll leave the info gathering to you. Once we get our task list tomorrow, we can discuss how we want to do this.
All right. Anyway, I think I'm going to start calling my contact. Oh, if I were you, I wouldn't go around stroking girls' heads like that. I mean, you don't just go whispering sweet nothings into any girl's ear, do you? This isn't so different, really.
Huh? Sorry, it's something I always did to my sister when she was feeling down. But now that you mention it, she did seem to resent it more as she got older. But when I stopped doing it, she called me insensitive and got all upset anyway.
I think your sister and I would have a lot to talk about. But anyway, I'll see you later.
All right. good lead. Huh? I guess it would, seeing as we're right in the... Maybe it's the instructor. Hello, Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Oh, good, it went through. Glad I was able to get your number from Milliam.
Is this Captain Claire?
It is. I apologize for calling so late. Are you free right now?
Yeah. What's up?
There's something important I'd like to discuss with you, but it's a matter best discussed in person. Would it be possible for you to meet me in the city? Sooner is preferable.
Like, right now? Would this happen to be...
Technically speaking, yes. But with the Provincial Army on alert, traveling in a large group would draw too much suspicion. That's why I decided to contact you directly. You're the team leader.
People keep saying that, but I never recall agreeing to it. But, sure, I guess. I'll head out right now. Where should I meet you?
Go to the upper level. On the south side of the elevated walkway, you'll see it's a quiet, upscale establishment. The perfect place for a private discussion.
A bar called F. Got it.
I'll be waiting. I'm not on a schedule or anything, though, so there's no need to rush. And, by the way, I'd rather you didn't mention any of this to Elisa.
Huh?
Because what I want to discuss with you happens to involve the Reinford Company. But I'll leave it to your discretion.
It feels a bit cruel to keep only a... But it sounds like it's pretty important. I think it'd be better to go now and tell everyone else about... to leave, but I don't want to leave the front door unlocked. But if I ask someone to lock up behind me, they'll want to know. I guess I might have to tell Elisa where I'm going at.
Will you be stepping?
Sharon?
There's no need to Not to worry, Master Reen. Your secret.
Wait.
You have a date with a fetching young lady. I'll make sure no one notices your absence, especially my lady.
I assure you, I'm not that lucky. I just got word that this acquaintance, and they wanted to catch up a bit, so I was...
Very well, then. I'd also be glad to help you build an ironclad alibi. No one would think twice, even if you weren't.
I appreciate the thought. Anyway.
Of course.
It's past 9 already, but I still see quite a few people working. I guess it comes with the territory. What was that? Right. She said it's supposed...
Where are you going?
V? Wait, have you...
Well, I saw you slip... So, where are you really headed out for a late night romance?
What kinds of lies has Sharon been Okay.
That totally sounds like a rendezvous. Sorry,
Whoa. Well, you know everything I know.
You sure?
No reason not to. It sounded like whatever info she's got is some... And honestly, I wasn't all that keen on having a one-on-one with him.
Gotcha. But first, I want to walk around a bit.
After we've been walking around all...
Whenever I come to a new city, I always like to get a feel for what it's like during the day, and I feel kind of uneasy if I don't.
Oh, right. Alright. I don't want to keep the captain waiting too long, though. Well, once around...
That'll be fine. Okay, let's...
By the way, did you happen to
She
run
saw
into
me
Sharon
leaving,
on your
but
way
she
out?
just let me go.
Even the best maids aren't that all-knowing.
This is where Claire said to meet her, right?
Yeah, this looks like the place. All right. Now, oh. I guess it makes sense that she...
The charms of an older woman.
I think I'll manage. Sorry I kept you waiting.
Don't worry about it. Oh,
Hi.
Yeah, I kind of ran into her on the way here and told her she could... That's not a problem.
not at all. I assume you've been surveying the town while acting as Reen's bodyguard.
Sounds like you've done your homework.
The intelligence division has told me a little. Anyway, I think we might attract a little too much. What do you say we get a table for... It's good to see you. I think this may be the first time we've been...
You may be right. I was hoping I'd get the chance to sit down and talk with you too, actually.
Oh?
You sure you don't want me to go?
That's not what I mean. I have a lot of questions, like about why Millium transferred, but there's one really fundamental question that would go what exactly is it that you and Chancellor Osborne are trying to accomplish? Let's look at that standoff with the Provincial Army earlier. It's hard for me to feel much sympathy for them after they drove armored, but maintaining order in the provinces is generally accepted to be the duty of the Provincial Army. Maybe it's just me, but it seemed an awful lot like you were just trying to provoke them by belittling their authority.
It did look like your people were picking a fight.
Viewed without the proper context, I can see how it might look like that. But right now, the factional conflict in the Empire is nearly at its breaking point. Crossbell is buzzing with talk of independence, and Calvert is still weathering its immigration disputes. In such volatile times, there's a very real need to create a far more expansive network to help maintain public order. The only organizations that are up to the challenge are the Railway Military Police and the Intelligence Division.
That may be the case.
Still, your boss is the one making those conflicts worse.
I can't deny that, but at the very least, the Chancellor is acting with a sense of integrity. He hasn't stooped so low as to give aid to terrorists, unlike some others I could name. I want you to at least understand...
Wait, so...
Wow, she really said it. So the noble faction's been the one backing the terrorists.
I'm afraid there's no longer any doubting it. We've all but confirmed the involvement of Duke Cayenne, the most prominent representative of the four great houses. The 3 airships the Imperial Liberation Front have been using have been traced back to Ordis as well.
I'd wondered how they got their hands on those.
I've heard the Duke is just a gaudy old man. Eustace's brother came to pick him up in Legram, didn't he?
That's what Toval told us. And now, Rufus just so happens to pop up on another of his secret trips. Captain Claire. And how are Elisa's family and the Rhineford Company involved?
I guess it's time to get to the matter I called you here for in the first place. The Railway Military Police is currently weighing the possibility of a forced inspection of Rhineford's first factory.
Sounds serious.
The first factory belongs to one of Rhineford's major divisions.
Correct. It's one of the main divisions and handles the bulk of the company's iron and steel processing. They're also currently under suspicion of something I'm not at liberty to discuss with you right now. The 2 of you are aware that project management at Rhineford is split up across several major branches, right?
It is?
And on top of that, she's got her hands in the development of our Arcus units too. It's way too much work for one person. How many projects does Mother have?
Well, I'm afraid I can't give a simple answer to that. But suffice to say, the chairman only knows about a small number of the projects in development. Lately, the directors have.
Come to think of it, I overheard Elisa and Sharon talking about something like that.
For years now, Rhineford has been the Empire's heavyweight when it comes to heavy industry and manufacturing. The company is split into different divisions that handle things like steel production, railways, weaponry, and tools. The problem is that those divisions have simply become too large. large enough to have their own internal allegiances. Some to the nobles, with others supporting the reformist faction.
Are you serious?
So even companies are
I'm sure Irina Reinford is aware of this to at least some extent as the company's but the self-supporting accounting system she introduced has the side effect of granting each division a long leash. Because of that, I doubt even—
So, the first factory you guys have your sights set on for that inspection is aligned with the noble faction.
You assume correctly. And the provincial army is doing everything it can to stop us from carrying out that investigation. That's what led to this evening's quarrel. I imagine Chairman Irina is currently doing her utmost to rein in all the divisions and get them back in line. Thing is, when she seized control of the company 5 years ago, she had to rely on support from both sides. Being indebted to them like that, I have my doubts she'll be able to target the underlying problem.
It's sounding shadier by the—
You can say that again. The situation seems even more dire than I thought. And while all this is going on, the factional conflict keeps burning hot across the rest of the empire.
I've told you as much as I can right now. Tensions are mounting all over the country, but Ruhr has an extra fuse of its own. Try to gain an understanding of the crisis unfolding here. Then do your best to stay out of it. Whatever other lessons Class 7 takes away from this field study, I hope that ends up on the list. I wish you the best. Please have the bill sent to the Railway Military Police Branch Office in Ruhr Station.
Certainly. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Wait!
Looks like she just picked up our tab. She gave us some good intel too. For free even.
I can't just go running after her now. Looks like we owe her one.
So, you like the mature type. She's sorta like Sarah. Except responsible and
You can say that again. Oh.
must be yours.
Hello? Reen Schwarzer speak.
Reen, what are you doing?
Oh, it's just you, Elisa.
Well, what do you mean it's just? Is it true some girl invited you out for a night on the town?
Whoa, hold on. A late night date? I thought you only had eyes for me, Reen. Anyway, good job, kiddo. You better spill all the details.
He'll do no such thing.
Now, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. He was with him too.
Still, it was rash of you to go out on your own without at least consulting us.
Ready to head back?
Yeah, I think that'd be for the best.
Ooh, you're moving up in the world. I've got a little reward here for you. Keep up the good work.
The time has come. First time, then Crossrail. Now show me the food to witness our conviction.
We'll hit him so hard, they'll be picked. You heard the boss, man. Tomorrow's a red letter day for us.
All our preparations will keep your eyes on the prize.
Yeah!
The air here is so must be because
I'll say.
Sure.
Not as nice as last night must have been. Yeah, I'll bet you are. I cannot believe you. After all those things you said to me last night, you go rushing out to meet another girl.
Ooh, the skies might be clear, but I'm sensing a stormy forecast.
Well, all things considered, even if we assume Captain Claire is trustworthy, I'm not sure how wise it was to go out on your own.
I know.
Still, it was pretty bold of Captain Claire to show up alone to meet. Even dressed down, I wouldn't have thought she'd go out alone with the provincial.
I'm guessing she's more than strong enough to. Not sure what her weapon of choice is, though.
I wish I could have seen her all dolled up, though. Come on, that would put a spring in any man's step. I don't.
Oh! No! It's not like I knew she was going to show up wearing a cocktail dress.
You seemed pretty taken by her when she showed up yesterday, and your eyes were glued to her right up until she left the scene.
Oh, really?
So while we were enjoying a quiet evening, you were out carousing with a beautiful woman. You lucky son of for shame, Reed! We're here representing.
I swear, you guys are just making things up at this, but thanks to the information I got from her, we have a pretty good idea what's going on here, and now that we know, we should be able to do something about it. What do you think, Elisa?
Yeah, I'm in.
So in short, the first factory did something to catch the eye of the railway military, and all the while the provincial army's been here blatantly trying to prevent them from doing it.
Let's not forget that the first factory is run by none other than the Noble faction.
I know that the divisional directors have been operating without much in the way of executive oversight but Mother always allowed it. She thought that encouraging competition among the divisions would. I never thought that'd lead.
Seems like the lesser of two evils.
By the way, hearing about the first factory made me curious. Do the other divisions have their own?
Well, to give you a basic idea, this is a bit oversimplified, of course. Divisions are made up of many people, but the positions of each division's directors are clear as day. The first and second factories in particular have had a pretty fierce rival, but even still, I wouldn't have expected the first factory to do something flagrant enough to prompt a military.
Neither would I.
All right, we're gonna do whatever, and when we tie this up all nice and neat for her, even my mother will have to admit she sounds like a
That's the
offhand, I'd say this falls under the scope of our field study.
Thanks, everyone.
Sounds like we're in for.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think
it's still 8 a.m., so we have.
And while we're doing that, look alive,
Right, Roger.
Gotcha.